Oh, hey there. Sorry, I didn't notice you. I was distracted. I was playing Battlefield 4 at 1440p, 120 frames a second, and ultra graphics. I was just distracted by it. But hi, my name is Rags, and I'm the guy that you recently made a video about. After I made a video about you, after you made a video about how awful those PC gamers are. Well, what'd you call it? PC elitist tries desperately to refute the truth. Interesting title. Well, let's delve right into this video and I can explain to you for a second time just why you're completely wrong.
Hello again, everybody. This is MrNoobTubeGamer, and if you're wondering what I have in my hand right here, this is a list. And I'm going to explain to you guys what this list is about and why I decided to make this video. So this guy, I've already mentioned this in a previous video before, but this guy made a 56 minute long video about me, basically exposing me of being a deceptive liar and all these dubious claims about me. You know, trying to expose me like that guy True Gaming Unleashed did a few years ago. But he utterly failed at it, just like True Gaming Unleashed did. So right here, instead of making an hour-and-a-half long video or 2-hour long video refuting every single thing he said, I just decided to make a list talking about the things that actually were important in the video, because most of the other shit was just rambling and, you know, nothing important, just uttering garbage. So, I mean, the stuff on this list were garbage too, but I picked the most noteworthy garbage that he said, and to refute it in a video. I have nothing to hide, you know, because those are the claims that have been made about me, that you know, that I'm hiding so much and I'm lying and shit. Watch the video for yourself. I have nothing to hide. His username is RAGS or some shit. Watch it. I don't care. Watch it to your heart's content. I don't care. It has like 70 views as of the recording of this video. I don't care if it has 70, 700, 7,000, 7 million. I don't give a shit. It's still wrong. It's still false. And that's why I'm here to make this video.
I'm sorry you guys had to suffer through the entirety of his introduction, but I felt it was necessary. Alright, first off, if you're going to make a video about someone's video, normally you want to link the video you're talking about somewhere. Anywhere. In the description, in the video, put an annotation with the link, click here to see the video, something. Give people the option to go see that other video. If you're telling people, go watch it, I don't care, see it as much as you want, then give people the option to actually go and get the video and find the video. Don't make me go to yours and say, yeah, he's talking about me, and here's the video, I invite you to watch it, so you can put this all into context. Because that's what I had to do. I had to go to your comment section and link the description to the video that you're talking about. But doing your job for you is something that I'm not exactly unused to at this point.
Just refuting a few things. The most noteworthy thing that he's probably ever said, it's ridiculous and it's a bit redundant because he said it numerous times, but basically talking about my age and how that's a factor in my opinion on PC gaming. And I'm 15 and I don't know any better, so that's why I have that opinion on PC gaming. No, I actually believe in facts, and that's why I believe that consoles are superior to PC gaming. And to correct you, I'm not 15, I'm actually 17, and I'm going to vote for the next election. So, it's just ridiculous claims. At least if you're going to make claims, at least make them factual. Because unlike you, I actually base my claims based on facts. So I'm sorry. I think the reason why you keep saying, you know, talking about my age and why you think it's such a huge factor is that you're just bitter about your own age. You wish you were younger. You know, because you probably hate your life right now, and you're probably just really, 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 really bitter right now. And it is what it is. And that's what most of the people who try to criticize people based on their age. You know, I thought that the whole age discrimination would end when my voice finally changed back in, like, what, 2012? But no, the age discrimination is going to continue for many years to come, probably. So that's that. I mean, it just kind of proves that all this guy really does is ramble and doesn't give any actual facts and actual, you know, logic and reasoning by what I just said.
Now, normally, you'd be right. Someone's age shouldn't come into a factor when someone is discussing their opinion on something. However, when you say something like this,
let me ask you all one question. Have you ever watched a YouTube video only to get yourself trapped in the middle of an invasion of PC elitists in the comment section? If you answered yes to this question, then this video is for you, because I am here to help you fight back against these entitled PC gamers, because this video will teach you how to win a PC versus console debate every single time.
So while normally, no, you being 17 should not influence what opinion you have, when you call people entitled, especially a whole group of people entitled, which historically has gotten people into some pretty hot water in the past, normally that's not a good idea to do ever. Especially when you're 17 and your parents pay for your schooling, your transportation, your gasoline, they pay to take you here and there, they pay for your air conditioning, they pay for your heating, they pay for your food, they pay for the house, they pay all the bills, they take care of you in every way. You don't have to contribute to society in any way yet. You have no real responsibility. You don't have to do all the adult things that we have to do. So don't be young and taken care of with everything provided for you and then call an entire other group of people entitled. That is super not cool. So that's why your age does matter. Not because of your PC console opinion, because you call us all entitled, when you are the living definition of what that word is.
But yeah, he basically made dubious claims about me being deceptive and giving false information, none of which he's proven, and none of arguments he's had actually has a leg to stand on, so they're not really worth covering.
Really? I show no proof at all of where you've been deceptive and are a dubious liar? Well, I did, because there were two explicit circumstances where you just told, one, an outright lie, or two, edited out relevant information from evidence that you found on the internet. Both of those are pretty serious things to do if you're trying to have a debate like this, because you're putting a lot of effort into it. I mean, yeah, I am, but it's just here. I'm just here for the jollies. One, you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours on Steam, and then you have the gall to make a video that says, yeah, Steam doesn't have cross-game chat. You tell console gamers lies about Steam's features that we don't have to pay for, and you just pass it off as the truth. Like, it's not, you just glide over it like they'll just blindly accept it. Like, no one will step in and say, you're lying. And two, you take an article on the internet from CinemaBlend, which I provided a link to back up my claim. I showed the actual link and an actual screenshot, and then I showed where you went in and you edited out the date, and you edited out the amount of comments, and you didn't show that comments were closed, and you didn't even show the nature of all the comments, which explained why the article was wrong and misleading, which I did. All that stuff I showed. That just proved that you're a liar. It proves you're a liar. This isn't up for discussion. You can deny it all you want, in the same way someone can deny climate change or deny the Holocaust. But it's right there. The proof's all right there. You can't escape that. That's stuck with you for the rest of your days. Proof that you are a liar. And if someone made a video about me saying I was a liar, then I would address that. If it's a lie, I would address that. Like, I'd spend a lot of time trying to say, yeah, I'm going to defend my integrity.
The guy was actually outright shocked when he discovered I actually have experience with PC gaming. You know, he tried to do his little detective work by going on my Steam account and being, you know, he would have said, well, oh, you only have X amount of hours on PC, so you don't know any better. But he was outright shocked when he found out that I've actually played PC gaming a lot, and I have a lot of experience with PC gaming. So, yeah, I just proved him wrong in that aspect.
Where did you prove me wrong exactly? And what did you prove me wrong again? Because, yeah, I was shocked when I went to your Steam profile and you had that much time in Steam, mostly in just 2 games, but you had that much time in Steam and you still made a video talking about how Steam doesn't have cross-game chat. That did shock me. And no, it's not detective work, you ninny. You have your Steam name listed in your freaking description. I didn't have to do any detective work. I just went to Steam, typed in MrNoobTubeGamer, and there you were. You're the only person on Steam with that name. You live in Florida. It says it right there. All that info's right there. I didn't do any detective work. I didn't turn on my Witcher senses and follow the footprints. You give me all the information right there. And here's another thing that you just don't get yet. Every time you open your mouth, like this clip right here, every time you open your gob, you help me. You do not do yourself any service when you talk. You are the most counterproductive debater I've ever seen. Don't you understand that you talking about how much time you have in Steam only makes you look like a bigger liar when you make lies about Steam's features? When you said Steam doesn't have cross-game chat, we all obviously assumed you've never been on Steam, because how could anyone on Steam claim that we didn't have that feature? So when I did go to Steam and see you had all those hours, I knew you were lying. I knew you were lying. And so now you've brought up again that you have all this time on Steam and you're still lying about Steam's features. Just goes to show that you're deceptive and that you will lie to people.
I'm just going to talk about a few more things and just wrap it up, because like I said, it's just a bit redundant, and most of the claims he've made have no leg to stand on and no actual backing.
Literally all of them do.
And no facts, like I have facts. And this is the main PC gamer argument that I just decided to cover, because it's just, it sounds really ridiculous and really moronic. People who pirate games aren't going to buy the game anyway. Let's put this into perspective. Okay? If you're given the option to have something for free or something for $60, you're telling me that you're going to pick the $60 option?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
I mean, hell, you talk about how the Steam is a free service, even though it really isn't, which I've talked about, that you really never was properly able to counterclaim. But Xbox Live is $60. You're telling me that you'd rather pay $60 for a game than pirate it.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm telling you. Again, I am telling you that most gamers, the vast majority of gamers, will and do pay $60 for a product when they could pirate it. Most of us will go with the easy route. That's the thing. It's not just about the money. It's about ease. If I can just go to Steam or GOG or G2A, if I can go to Origin or wherever, click a button and have a game be mine legitimately and be entitled to all of the updates and free DLCs and patches that come with it, and not have to worry about them finding out, then yeah, I'll absolutely do that. And then there's the obvious idea that someone deserves money for a product that they're selling. We don't have any problem paying a publisher or developer money for a quality product. We have the ability to refund our games if we don't like it. We have no problem spending money for a good product. So yeah, when I say that we would rather pay $60 for a game than pirate it, yeah, we would rather pay for it legitimately, because we do.
Because obviously, you're supposedly not a pirate, right?
That is correct. I've never pirated a video game, nor do I plan on it.
And you buy your games, I'm assuming, right? So if that is true, that you do actually buy your games, then you have no right to complain about Xbox Live, because you're picking the free experience versus the paid experience, right? Even though, I mean, let's be real, Xbox Live is $60 and it is better than Steam. And obviously, a pirated game versus a regular game is the same quality-wise, for the most part. I mean, if you get a shitty file, then that sucks for you, but that's what you get for pirating anyway. But my thoughts on piracy is just as simple as this. It's stealing, and that really is all it is.
Do you seriously think that if we choose to spend money instead of pirating a game, if we choose to give the developers money for a game instead of pirating it, that means that we can't make fun of you console gamers for paying for Xbox Live? How are you even comparing? How are you putting those two in the same category? How? For starters, we both pay for the game. We don't pay for the service. You guys pay for the service. That's what you still don't get. You pay for your game box, right? You pay for your Microsoft box. You pay for your game. You pay for your internet service. And then you pay again just to play the games that you've bought online with the internet that you buy every month? That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And you're comparing that to the fact that we choose to buy our games legitimately? The fact that we do support developers and publishers with our games and our purchases? You're comparing buying a game with buying the game and an extra service that you shouldn't have to pay for. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
And people claim that piracy doesn't hurt anybody. Just ask any game developer, and they'll tell you you're wrong. So, I mean, that's just common sense, but common sense doesn't apply to this guy, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Listen, I didn't say that piracy doesn't hurt anybody or that it doesn't affect anybody. What I said was that if there is a person who cannot buy a game, either because where they live that game is not available, or if they don't legitimately have the money to afford that game at the moment, or if let's say someone doesn't really even have that much interest in a game and they don't have any intention of buying it ever. If someone's not going to buy a game, either by their choice or by the fact they're incapable of buying that game, and they choose to pirate it instead, that's not a lost sale. That's not lost revenue. A company is not losing money off of that. If anything, they're potentially gaining money because they're exposing somebody to the game, and if it's quality, that person is more inclined to buy it in the future. They're more inclined to buy the next installment, buy the sequel, or buy another game just from the publisher if they enjoy the game. I mean, just because someone pirates something doesn't mean that they're taking money out of someone's pockets. This is common sense.
But yeah, I mean, he never really refuted any of my arguments.
I literally refuted all of them.
You know, my argument that PCs are less expensive. You know, when people say PCs are less expensive and more powerful than the PS4, there are no such thing.
I have 5 examples with links in the description. I have 5 links in the description. And all the examples that I give, they're getting cheaper every day. Those parts are getting cheaper every day. A year from now, the computer that's $350, it's going to be cheaper. The computer that's $500, it's going to be cheaper. Our stuff gets cheaper over time, just like a console does. I give you all those examples, and you're still saying that I don't show anything. What do you want from me? Tell me what I have to do.
And, you know, the fact that I've said that most PC gamers don't game on powerful PCs, which is based by facts. But you tried to say, no, this is wrong and that's wrong without actually backing it up properly.
Dude, are you serious? I don't think you even looked at the video. Did you even watch the video that I made? Because this is kind of a big deal that you're just skimming over. Okay? Because not only is this the part of my video where I show and I prove that you took a screenshot from a CinemaBlend article and you edited out the date and you edited out how many comments there were, and then you posted that on your video like it was a fact and like that was the actual information. I mean, I prove that you edited a screenshot. I prove that you lied. I prove that you did something deceptive and sneaky. I showed the actual screenshot. And then I linked in the description to, I linked in the description to the CinemaBlend article. I prove that you are a liar. And you're just glossing over this. You're just skimming over the top like there's no substance in it. This is a big deal. This completely undermines what little integrity you have. I've crushed it. But let me reiterate. As if completely destroying your integrity wasn't enough. Because it's not for me. I'm like Tantalus. That's a reference. Let me explain to you the reasons why this article is bull. Alright. 1. I have 3 computers with Steam on them. One of them is my old starter PC that I got to test the waters of PC gaming, and I fell in love with it. It's still sitting in the corner off somewhere. The second PC that I have is actually my MacBook. I was on vacation during the Steam summer sale, so I put Steam on my MacBook so I could buy games. I bought 4 games, I believe. I bought 3 games on it. So that way I wouldn't miss the Steam summer sale, and then when I got home, I could download it onto my third PC, which is my current gaming PC. It's my powerful computer. The only one I use Steam on, really. But on my account, I'm on 3 different PCs, and the specs of those other two PCs are pretty poor. But this one blows them all out of the water. So that's one reason why this article is pretty misleading. The second reason why this article is misleading is because, yeah, you had to edit out the date, because if you didn't edit out the date, people would clearly see that this article, and the comments clearly display this article was written before the next-gen consoles were even out. They're basing all this on hardware that's not even available to the public. And PC gamers, whenever a new console generation starts, we will look at the console hardware, and we will see how games play on that new hardware, and we will use that as a basis, oftentimes a bottom line, for what our PCs can do. That's another reason why. Reason number 3. The Steam survey doesn't make any difference, any differentiation between a PC gamer and just a PC user, someone who just has a PC in their house. If I am a PC gamer, if I have a PC and I use it to game, and that's one of the reasons I have my PC to play games, then I'm going to have a more powerful system than a weak sauce console. That is basically a given. If I'm just a regular somebody who just plays an occasional game here or there, if I just play Counter-Strike Go every once in a while, or if I play one of these little arcade games every once in a while, and I'm not a PC gamer, then I have no reason to upgrade from whatever my computer already has. A lot of the most popular games on Steam are very easy to run, like Counter-Strike Go and League of Legends. These are easy games to run. You don't have to have expensive hardware to run them. So people will only play a couple games. It's just like how it is on smartphones. People will play a few games and that'll be it. And it's very casual. There's a lot of very casual PC gamers who don't consider themselves gamers and aren't considered gamers. People who play games on PC, who are gamers, will have more powerful systems than a console. Clearly. And a fourth reason, you look at these comments that are a year old, and year-old comments are calling this article out of date. It's doubly out of date now.
And last but not least, I'm just going to wrap this up quickly because, like I said, it gets a bit redundant at this point. Claims that Sony and Microsoft are too restrictive and that consoles are closed platforms, but he's oblivious to how closed of a platform PC is. Think about it. You have all these different services, EA's, Origin, Ubisoft's Uplay, Valve Steam.
You don't understand how much of a chronic habit you have of shooting yourself in the own foot whenever you open your mouth. You just went to talk about how closed PC gaming is. You just named 4 different services off the top of your head. And there are more, but you just named 4 services off the top of your head that we have to choose from. You have one. You have Xbox Live. That's it. You have one, and just off the top of your head, you just named 4. To describe how closed we are, you named 4 times the amount of marketplaces that we have access to.
You know, it's not even trying to compete with each other. You know the way it works. You know why services such as Origin and Uplay exist. Because EA and Ubisoft don't want to share their profits with Valve, so they make their own services. And you really think that that's not restrictive on the gamers and they're not able to buy their games on Steam? You think that's not restrictive at all to have that? You don't think so?
First off, yeah, all these marketplaces are in competition. And that's good for us. When everyone's butting heads trying to get our business, that only is good for us. That's why Steam offers refunds now, because other places do. Origin offered refunds, other places offered refunds, now Steam does it, because they got to keep up with the competition. So yeah, all these places are competing with one another for our business. Second, tell me how it's good for the gaming market. Tell me how it's good for gamers that their digital purchasing is controlled by a single company and a single marketplace. Tell me why it's good for that. Tell me how that's more free. Tell me why you have more freedom on a console when literally a single company controls everything that goes on that console. A single company controls everything that goes on your console. If they don't pony up the bucks to Microsoft, it ain't getting on. Tell me how that's freedom. Tell me how one company controlling everything on your game box is freedom. And then compare that with all the options that we have on PC. Tell me why that's more free. Because everything that you have on your little game box is Microsoft approved.
Because that seems pretty restricted to me. So, like I said, it's, you know, the facts, the PC gamers don't like the facts at all. They just hate the facts at all. Right? Like, if you're a PC gamer and you game on PC and you don't, like, bother people, whatever. I mean, you like to game on your inferior platform and you leave people alone. That's your prerogative, like I've said in the past. I don't care. But to people who are so smug and arrogant and, you know, try to say that PC gaming is superior to console gaming without actually backing it factually, and even though the facts are on the side of us, the console gamers, that we're actually better.
You have yet to have a single fact that is backed up by anything. Well, anything that isn't a doctored lie.
And our services are better, and we're more skilled.
In what way?
Than PC gamers. Our controllers are more superior over the keyboard and mouse.
Really? Is that why console games have built-in auto-aim? Built-in aim assist? That's why first-person shooters on the console, by default, have enabled software that helps you aim. Because your ability to aim is so awful that games on the console come with options that aim for you. That's why when you go to MLG tournaments of like Counter-Strike Go or something, everyone just starts plugging in their Xbox controllers, right? That's why all those competitive gamers play with the Xbox controller, right? And not the keyboard, right? Or what about this that happened when they had Titanfall between people on PC with keyboards and mice and competitive pro best team in the world Titanfall players on the controller? Read this article and actually read it. Don't just like ignore it and then say I didn't say anything about it. Actually read it. So I mean, yeah, you can say that the controller is better than a mouse and keyboard, and that can be your honest opinion, but basically the entire gaming community knows that, especially for first-person shooters, the mouse and keyboard is far, far superior.
It's just all the facts are on our side, and this whole PC master race is a joke.
Yeah. It's literally a joke. It is a joke. Congratulations, you've recognized a joke as a joke. It is a joke. Back in 2008, Yahtzee, when he was with The Escapist, he made a zero punctuation video about The Witcher. And that's what that comes from. It's a joke. It really is a joke. It's like Lord Gaben. It's a running gag. It's a joke.
It's just a pure joke. So anyway, that's all I gotta say about this.
No, it's not. You'll be back tomorrow or the next day for another heaping helping of dislikes.
And this is what I think about this PC Master Race and PC gaming in general. Thank you for watching.
Other than actually playing Battlefield 4. It's just a joke. I was just looking into the side of the screen. I wasn't really playing Battlefield 4 while I recorded that. I was just joking. It was a joke about, you know, our hardware, how good it is. That wasn't real.